a business that sells a product. A startup is like a business or a brand or a company that sells a product that sell the product. All right. Example of startup is either the product is a physical product or a digital product. But then every startup sells the product. We have agro startup, we have fintech startups, we have tech startups, a lot of startups. Every startup sells products and services. For instance, let me give an example of a startup. Um, let me give an example of a startup. Example of a startup. I'm looking for an example that all of us, most of us know, right? In Nigeria, like Clever is a startup. I don't know if anybody knows Clever Bank, the company that gives USD account to Nigerians. Clever is a startup. Flutterwave is a startup. Kuda Bank is a startup. Jumia is a startup. Konga is a startup. OP is a startup. Piggyvest is a startup. Are you seeing? All these companies I'm mentioning, they have something that they're selling. All right, these are all startups. Temu is a startup. Cowrywise is a startup. Moneypoint is a startup. Paga is a startup. All right, and then I can keep calling any. Just think about any company you know that's offering a product or a service. It's a startup. Jumia is a startup. Either they offer digital services or physical services or product. They're a startup. So now, how does that relate to what we're talking about here today? Now, so we are looking at how can you treat your career as these startups I just mentioned. Now you observe that every startup starts by thinking of an idea, implementing the idea. It also for every startup it also started as an idea. From an idea, it transcended into implementation, gathering a team. All right, from an idea, maybe the founder or the thinker of the idea now went advanced into gathering a team. From gathering a team, the thinker of the idea now advanced into advanced into gathering a team, like he or she advanced my advance into um, um, implementation, research and implementation, from implementation, being of the product and advertising to the public, marketing. That's the level of every startup. I'm sure everybody here, most of everybody here uses OP. The reason why you are using OP is because OP did well in the marketing, but it all started first as an idea. Somebody sat down somewhere and said, "How can we build this a fintech app where people can send money with their phone numbers, not just their account number anymore?" And then from thinking, he or she gathered a team. From gathering a team, he or she now was able to implement it. And from implementing it, they marketed it that you are using now. Imagine the person just thought about the idea, gathered the team and beat it and did not market it. Probably most of you won't have known about OP. Yes, most of you won't have. Maybe just few person know about OP. Or maybe the person thought about it and the person did not even do anything about the idea. Just thought about the gathered team and then they were just gisting. They didn't build anything. Probably don't have been an OP today. So that is how startups grow. That's how startups comes to be. That's how they all come about. Now the question is, how can I, following the process at which startups build, test, and deploy and market and sell, how can I be able to copy that principle to my career? That is what we are talking about today. All right, that's why I said your career as a startup, test fast, fail smart, and pivot often. I said, what if you stopped thinking of your career as a ladder? Now, before I continue, should in case you might need to, from what I'm saying, what I'm saying here, you might need to, you want to make reference, you want to maybe we go through the slides again. I'm gonna be dropping. I'll be sharing the slides or the slide on the chat session at the end of this training. All right. So that anybody who wants to make reference to, maybe want to go back, you want to read through, you want to learn something from it, I will share it. So you can always go back and tap on it and rewatch it again, so that you can learn one or two things from it. All right. So I'm going to share it once I'm done. So everybody do well to be stay active, so that when I share it, you can easily um grab one or two things from it, right? So, and also the giveaway that we're doing today will be at the end of the call. We won't do it beginning of the call. So if you leave the call by the end, if you leave this meeting by the end of the meeting, you lose the chance of getting your own giveaway gift. Right. So I said here, what if you stop thinking of your career as a ladder and started thinking of it as a startup? Remember, I first of all explained to you guys what startup is. So imagine you are your own startup. Imagine you are your own company. How would you run it? Imagine you are your own company. I want to sell. How would you run it? Now I've been dropping links on the group. I've been sending we'll be sending course links to everybody. Anybody if I ask you, "Oh, do you want to learn this one?" Everybody shout yes. I want to learn content writing. I want to learn virtual assistant. Blah 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 blah. And links will be sent to you. Now, if you tap on those links, I don't follow what I want to teach today, right? If you tap on those links, I don't follow what I'm about teaching today. You will end up either stopping along the way or you end up finishing the course and still not be useful. The beauty of everything is not in course or participating in a course. The beauty of everything is not in getting certificates. No, the beauty of learning is actually on for implementation. The beauty of everything you learned is that you can actually implement it and get seeming physical results from it. That's the beauty of learning. The beauty of learning, I would say, the beauty of learning is not in taking courses and looking for certificates. No, that's not the beauty of learning. The beauty of learning is the fact that once you learn, you can implement, you can build a portfolio from what you've learned. Results, right? So I said what today's world of work has fundamentally changed. The average job tenure is 4.1 years in the US, and 85% of jobs that exist in 2020 have not been invented yet. Are you seeing? Are you seeing? Which means that from now to the next to 2030, 2030 is like in the next 5 years from now, they've not invented they've not even invented new jobs yet, which means more than what you are thinking that maybe you're thinking oh, virtual assistant, product manager. Maybe that's what your mind is telling you now. You discover that in the next 5 years, new job roles will have evolved. So if you're not evolving, you will lose relevance. If you're not evolving, you will lose relevance over time. All right. So you need to understand that you are a project. You are your project. Treat yourself like a startup. Treat yourself like your company. So I said with AI, remote work and portfolio career on the rise, agility beats tradition. Emphasis. Agility what will beat tradition. So I'm gonna give somebody something now. If don't check internet. Don't check the internet. I want to ask a question. Don't check the internet. Don't check the internet. When you say, and don't use ChatGPT, I believe we're all children of God. We're all children of God. So please don't cheat. If you use ChatGPT, I will know. I will know. Now, when I say agility beats tradition, can somebody tell me what does that mean? What does that mean to your own understanding? Just raise your hand, I will call you. When I say agility beats tradition, in the case of what I'm explaining, what does it mean? If you use ChatGPT, and if I find out, you won't get the prize. So let me start with Luna. Luna, please go on. Luna, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, let me pick Joyce. Luna, I can't hear you. Sorry. Joyce, go on.
Okay, sir. In my own understanding, I think agility
Hey, wait,
means
Joyce,
strength.
there's a vibration somewhere. Are you using two devices?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay,
Can you hear
Luna,
me now?
Luna, yes, I can hear you now. Please go on. Joyce, please, your mic is the business. You're using two devices. Disconnect from one and use one. Luna, please go on. Unmute your mic and talk. You're muted. Unmute your mic.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Is it doing the same thing, Joyce? Is it doing the same thing? You might need to on mic. If I'm joining with multiple devices, you might need to off one and use only one. Use only one device. It looks like you're using more than one device. That's why there's a vibration somewhere.
Okay.
All right, Luna, please go on. Luna, I can't hear you. Mary, tell me, what do you understand by agility beats tradition? What do you understand by that? Put your mic and speak, Mary.
Okay, sir. What I understand is that tradition is like something that you're already used to. It's something that you know how to do. Maybe it's from birth. You already have it. But then agility is in the way that it means that agility is like you can learn it and implement it very fast. Like learning and implementing it faster. That then tradition is something that you are used to. Maybe you are being created with it, with that gift. That's what I think.
That's correct. So you've not answered the question completely yet. So I'm asking, when they say agility,
I need to answer the question. Can I? You can search for it. And he said I should go off from one device. I said I'm using two devices.
So,
No. Luna, please wait. Let me be done with Mary first. Then I will get to you. So Mary, you explained what agility means and what tradition is. So I want you to now combine what does that line means? Agility beats tradition. What does it mean in the context of what we're talking about?
So you're actually trying to tell us here that the agility beats tradition, which means that we can always learn a skill and implement it faster and work with it and end with that skill, other than depending on one particular thing that we are used to, or maybe we can beat those that were born with one particular skill or something like that. Just for the fact that we can be able to learn it and implement it.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. So you are my winner. Okay, let me hear from others. Let me hear from others. Luna.
Hello.
Yes, please go on.
I wanted to say okay, somebody's already talking. I cannot hear her. Okay, I wanted to say that agility, in my own understanding, agility is like strength and speed, like you being able to do something, like you being flexible. Let me use the word flexible. You get being able to adapt. So tradition now is something that we are already used to. So agility beats tradition, in my own understanding, is something that you being able to move on the new pace, the new trend, anything that is on board. Like when we have AI, you hop into AI and be a fast learner about everything that concerns AI, and like try to get what you can get from the AI system, learn it very well. That is agility. Agility is also strength. In my own in a layman's understanding, for me, agility is as well strength, like being able to move in a fast pace. Like most job opportunities now, if you come, they will ask you, can you be able to handle pressure? There are some people that they are used to the traditional way of doing things, that okay, you must move from one process to another. But when it comes to agility, my own understanding, I feel like it's you being flexible in all round. Thank you.
All right. You answered the question, but you answered it halfway. Right? Halfway. You answered my question, but you answered it halfway, not complete. You understand the concept, right? First of all, kudos to that. You understand the concept, but you've not answered the question in the entirety of how it should be answered. Yes, you not answer it in the entirety of how it should be answered. Now, in the context, I think Mary, it was probably Mary that caught that light. Wait, now, in the context of what I'm talking about, which is agility beating tradition, especially that we are discussing treating your career as a startup and the fact that the world is evolving. What that means is that what will keep you relevant in the evolving pace in the coming years, where the tech market or the tech career market evolves, what keeps you relevant is your ability to multitask. Agility has to do with strength, but in the tech term, being agile in the tech term is knowing how to task switch. Yes. So being agile means you know how to. Now, in the tech space or under product marketing term, we have two workflow model. We have waterfall model and we have agile model. The waterfall model is the one that is kind of static, where you have to focus on one task at the same time, like one task at once till it's completely done before moving on to the next. But the agile model is a model where you can be doing 2 or 3 different tasks by sharing by sharing times and breaking it down into sprints, achieving each sprint in an allocated time and moving to another task with its own sprint. Yes, you will talk about terms like Kanban and the rest of them, right? If you're talking about an agile environment. So agility means agility in this context, or agility in the tech term, right, means you're agile. And agile means knowing how to do multiple things within a shared period of time. So agility beats tradition here means knowing how to evolve, knowing how to still hold your current career and also evolve into the next competition, all right, in the coming years. It will beat the person that celebrates 10 years in only one thing. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from.
Hey, but that is where the flexibility comes in now.
So you answer the question with work setting, company work setting. That's why I said answer the question
about.
Wait. I said answer the question in the context of what I'm talking about. If you read the lines before agility beat tradition, I was not referring to company work settings. I was referring to statistics, career statistics.
My bonus. So thank you, sir.
Okay, but just get what I'm saying, Sha. So you guys should just learn what I'm trying to say. So in the coming years, what will keep you competitive, highly competitive in the coming years, is not your ability to be a programmer, or is not your ability of being a product manager for 5 years or 6 years, no, or 10 years, no. It's your ability to be a product manager and at the same time be also a frontier in the trending tech career within that period, which is why you need to always treat yourself like a project. You need to always evolve, constantly evolve, give into evolutions, give into trainings, give into tasks, give into projects. All right? So,
okay, sir.
Yes. So yeah, so I said agility beats what tradition. If the market is evolving like a startup, shouldn't your career do the same? Are you saying if the market is evolving like a startup, shouldn't your career do the same? So that's a rhetorical question. So which means that you need to ensure that you treat your career like a startup that it is. You need to ensure that you treat your career like a startup. Don't be old-fashioned. Move with the current trend. Don't be old-fashioned. Move with the current trend. Move with the current trend. Is something get what I'm saying? So now moving on to the next. The first principle here is, sorry, forgive the arrangement. The first principle here is what? Test fast. Test fast, prototype your career. All right. Test fast, prototype a career. So I said here, start before you're ready. Like any startup, your career needs minimum viable experiment to gain traction and clarity. Which means that after you start learning, now the first thing you do when you get a course certificate, sorry, once you enroll on a course or once you enroll on a training, the first thing you need to do once you enroll on a training first is don't just start applying for jobs immediately, right? Apply for jobs, but then let it be your test run. Test run your skills. For instance, somebody who just started a course on content writing, you started a content writing course, and then maybe you've learned to a point where you feel you can handle one or two things. Don't just go straight and apply for a job. Look to intern, freelance for people for free. Don't let them charge you. Now, why I said you should freelance for them and don't let them charge you is why you do that, you are now applying what you learned into real life experience. If you make a mistake during that period, you are not liable to a sanction, or you're not liable to be queried. Because why? You are freelancing. You are on internship. All right, you are interning. All right. I said the first one here is freelance for 2 to 3 clients in a new field. So if you are if you studied a course on virtual assistant and you've learned to a particular point, you can choose to freelance for 2 or 3 people in a new field. Find people, volunteer. Yes, volunteer to want to work. Find volunteering positions. Find internship positions. Find internship positions. Find volunteering positions and apply. Apply. What that does to you over time, is it gives you some level of experience. I said here, test the waters without full commitment. Are you seeing? Test the waters without full commitment. Then the next one is shadow someone or volunteer for a short-term gig. There are a lot of opportunities, short-term opportunities out there. A lot. Many companies are recruiting people as interns. And funny thing about internship is most companies that tell you that they don't pay interns, if they start seeing your dedication over time or your growth over time, you have a high chance of retention. There's a high chance. There's a likelihood of a high chance that they would retain you. Or probably if they don't retain you, you start receiving stipends. And you can add that to your experience on your portfolio. I said what? Gain reward experience with minimal risk. Shadow someone or volunteer for a short-term gig. Gain reward experience with minimal risk. Next is join a hackathon or build a proof of concept. Yes, a proof of concept shows that you did this, you did that, you did those, you did this. Don't just be learning. Have a proof of concept. Have something to show for what you've learned so far. Let there be an evidence that you learned something or that you built something. Companies don't really recruit experience. I said it before. The new generation of companies now don't really recruit experiences. What they are recruiting is your portfolio, what you've been able to do. Somebody, for instance, now a mobile app developer of 10 years and a mobile app developer of 2 years, but has built a lot. But the one with 2 years experience has built over maybe 20 to 10 sophisticated applications, and the one of 10 years has built over 2 or 3. The likelihood of the company retaining the one of 2 years is higher than the one of 10 years. Why? Not because of his experience, but because of his portfolio. His portfolio is a bonus, is a push, is a booster. Your portfolio, your proof of concept is a booster to everything, to every job you want to apply. You need to look at what have I been able to do. Give more attention to what you've been able to do, because even in your experience, even your work experience, right? You will capture your achievement, your work experience. Your work experience is rich based on numerical achievements or tangible achievements, not based on time. Work experience is balanced by your numerical achievements, your feasible achievements, not based on time, not based on how long you've been in the company or how long you've been in your previous company. No. Your work, I'll say this again, your work experience is well nourished if you have tangible results in that space. Tangible results in that space. So guys, as we drop links, as we drop courses for you to learn and all, don't just be engulfed in just courses alone and courses alone. Try as much as you can to look into building something. Try as much as you can to look into building something. Try and build, no matter how small it is, build something. Build something tangible. All right, it's a booster to your portfolio. All right, so moving on. So there are a lot of platforms for career experimentation. Like for instance, there are platforms that give you that allows you to. So somebody is asking, after I finish learning this and I'm learning my course, how do I get platforms that will give me free jobs or free things to work on to build, to test what I've learned and stuff? Now there are platforms like Polywork. Yes, Polywork gives you testable Polywork gives you testable projects to work on. We have Intentional. Intentional gives you internship options. All right. We have Collab Lab. Yes, Collab Labs. So these platforms give you testable opportunities for you to use to build what you've learned. All right. I said, these platforms allow you to dip your toes into new industries, build your portfolio, and make connections without committing to a full career change. So I see the whole thing there. You can make some connections. You can make some mistakes. This is called making riskless mistakes or riskless mistakes. You make more risky mistakes if you apply for a full-time job, salary-paying job, and you are not well garnished in your space of maybe your career, and you make a mistake on a full-paid job. If you make a mistake there, it will tell on your portfolio. You get a bad recommendation. But if you are working on internship projects, volunteer projects, and you make some mistakes, it is assumed that you volunteer and you're an intern, and it is expected of you to make mistakes. However, these mistakes build up an experience for you. And if you learn from your mistakes while interning or while volunteering, you can leverage from there and build a tangible result that your recruiter will see and get convinced. I said here, the key is to start small and iterate quickly. Each project becomes a data point in your career experiment, helping you understand what works and what doesn't before making bigger moves. Right? So look into creating what will impress your recruiter. Tangible results. Tangible results. All right. So the next principle here says feel smart and learn from every iteration. So nobody's saying you should not fail, but please feel smart. Yes, learn to feel smart. Nobody's asking you not to fail, but learn to feel smart. The issue with many people is they just focus on failing. On failing. They believe, oh, failure is a chance for me to rise. Failure is a chance for me to. You hear a lot of motivational speaker tells you, oh, learn to embrace failure. Guys, there are some failures that you would feel that before you bounce back to your feet, it will take you a very long time. There are failures that you would feel that will tell on you for a very long time. There are failures you cannot afford to fail on your career journey. It would tell on you for a long time. In fact, before you recover, it takes you a very long time. So rather than just failing, look into failing smart. Fail smart. Fail smart means you fail, right? I agree that you agree that you fail. You fail, but it's not lethal. And in that failure, you learn something. What you learned is more than what you did not learn. And also, when you feel smart, you still have some leverage. It's called leveraging, right? So don't just look into just failing. Learn to feel smart. I said, but learn from every iteration. First one, so this is the cycle here, and in this cycle, first there is test something small, run controlled experiments, right? Run controlled experiments, gather honest feedback. That's also what I call constructive criticism. All right. So meet people who you know that will never lie to you. Whenever your friends that you know that are very, very blunt, they do not patronize you. If you do something, ask them to review it. All right. Don't be somebody who, if they say you did nonsense, you're angry. You won't learn from there. Find friends or find people, find accountability partners in your space, in your career space, that can give you constructive criticism that you can go back and learn and work on. It helps you to gather honest feedbacks that you can leverage on and do better next time. Next one here, I said what? Try again, smarter. So once you feel, so you see why I said you feel smart. So once you feel, learn from what made you to feel. Learn it fast. Then when you want to go and try again, apply what you learned. For instance, once you apply for a job, and maybe you apply for 10 jobs, and all the 5 or 10 jobs, nobody's telling you that they want to have an interview with you. They're all rejecting you on application. What you have to do is you need to go back. Now that's failure, right? Rejection is actually a side of failure. Rejection is actually a side of failure. It's an angle of failure, right? So once you get rejected over time, what you should do is don't feel bad. You go back to your portfolio and check again. Ask people who are in that space. That's why it's very good for you to always join communities like this. Yeah, in this community you can have access to people who are proficient in that your career space or something. Ask them, oh, what have you been able to? Have you ever applied for a job like this, like that? Oh yes. How can I see what your portfolio looks like? What's your CV like? Let me see. You probably might be missing something in your CV that is making the recruiter to reject you, or you are probably not capturing your achievements properly that is making your recruiter to reject you. So once you learn from that, apply what you learned from what caused the failure and try again. There is always a 90% chance that you will get a positive feedback. Next one here says what? Adjust your strategy. Yes, adjust your strategy. If your CV or your portfolio is not giving you that job, you might need to make your CV more simpler. What do I mean by that? If your CV is having 10 job roles at once, maybe your CV, there's project manager in your CV, there's technical project manager in your CV, there's virtual assistant in your CV, there is customer care rep in your CV, only one CV. You might need to simplify the CV. Maybe you might need to find, if your CV you have 10 customer care experience, 5 project manager experience, 2 web developer experience, pick the one that you have more experience in and make your CV streamlined to just that particular career. Make it simple and reapply again. That's a new strategy. You discover that if you apply again, you increase the chance for, now you apply specifically to that role, you will increase the chance for the recruiter to actually observe you. You will increase the chance for your recruiter to actually observe you. So you might need to adjust your strategy. I said, yeah, failure isn't the end. It's data. It's data. What do you have? What's the information on your CV? What is the information in your portfolio? All right. What is the information on your CV? What's the information in your portfolio? And how much of the job you're applying for do you know? What do you know about the job you're applying for? It's 2 things: data and information. All right. I said here what? Founders fail multiple times before success, and so do high performers. Sarah Blackley, founder of Spanx, said her dad asked her every day, "What did you fail at today?" She said it reframed failure as a proof of growth. Now, once you fail, there is a temptation to giving up. Now, the failure context I'm saying here is applying for jobs and not getting a follow-up or a congratulations message and stuff. There is always a temptation to giving up. This always happens frequently. All right. Now, Do not always see failure as rejection. See it as a proof, as a chance to try again. All right. So I said, what, keep a learning log to document what went wrong, what you learned, and what you do differently. So you need to document somewhere. All right. Okay, I applied for this for Renes Oil and Gas as their project manager, and it did not work. Okay, why did it not work? Okay. You write it down. I applied at NLNG for a job as their business analyst, and it did not work. Why did it not work? Okay, write it down. I applied for Alpha Technologies, and I was not employed. It did not work. Why did it not work? Write it down. You gather all these feedbacks, right? Brood on them. Find how you can make an adjustment on them, and you apply again. Chances are you get the job again. Moving on, the third principle: pivot often and adapt to the new market. Yes, pivot often and adapt to the new market. Adapt to the new market. Adapting to the new market here means what? Adapting to the new career market. Guys, there are a lot of careers in the tech space that most of you don't know. Do you know that we have tech evangelists? Yes, we have tech evangelists. We have project evangelists, separate from project managers, separate from product marketers. We have product evangelists. There are a lot of jobs in the tech market that I bet most of us don't know, and they are paying well, fully remote. You can even work from here overseas. Next week, I'm gonna talk about a very, very serious topic next week, and I will give you guys links, right, on where to apply, right, on the call. When we have our meeting again next week Wednesday, I'm going to be showing you guys a list of companies in the US that will give you free visa if you apply for their jobs and you get the jobs. I'm going to be giving, so you cannot miss next week. I'm going to be giving you a list of companies that will give you free visas. Free visa, or yes, they'll give you free visa, US, UK, and Denmark. These three countries. I'm going to give you a list of jobs you can apply for, all right, that does not even need much experiences. So if you miss next week, I'm sorry for you. All right, so back to what I was saying now. So you need to learn how to pivot often and adapt to the new career market. Before I move forward, does anybody have any question he or she wants to ask me?
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Is it next week Wednesday or Saturday?
No, Saturday. Our normal meeting time.
Okay, sir.
All right, any more questions from anybody? All right. So principle 3, pivot often, adapt to the new market, to the market or career or tech career market. The first point here is you need to learn how to identify shifts. Yes. Monitor industry trends and your personal strength. Very important. Monitor industry trends and your personal strength. That was why in the last meeting I asked some questions. What are your superpowers? Some of you thought I was joking when I asked that question. That was a very serious question. If you missed last week's session, I'm sorry, but you really missed a lot. Last week I asked a very, very important question. What are your superpowers? All right. So you need to understand your personal strengths. Your personal strength. What's your personal strength like? What are you sure that you're proficient in? What are you sure that you're proficient in? All right. I said here, monitor industry trends and personal strengths. All right. Plan your move. Plan your move. Research potential directions. This second point is only available to inner circle people. It's only available for inner circle people. I'm not going to. This second point is actually a trick. It's actually a trick to this second point. And this second point is actually where the result comes to play. But it's only for the inner circle members. So if you've not joined our inner circle group, chat favor up. Chat favor up. If you've not joined our inner circle group, chat favor up so that you can enroll and be part of the magic that's going on. Yes, please go on. Favor.
Okay, no problem. I was just raising my hand for them to see me.
All right. So if you're not joined the inner circle group, just chat Favor up. She's the assistant committee manager, so you can join. All right. I'm going to be dishing a lot of information there. A lot of things are going to be happening there. So this second point, planning your move and research potential directions, is actually where the result comes to play. Actually, where the result comes to play. The real result comes to play from there. So planning your moves basically talks about knowing when to give a break. One, also knowing how to apply for the job. Yes. Now this is the mistake most people make. All right, they only know how. They only know where jobs are, but they don't know how to apply for these jobs. They don't know how that they should apply for these jobs. It's a very important thing for you to learn. You need to learn how to apply. I'm trying not to give him too much information because that's actually the exclusive for the inner circle guys. Right. So then you need to know that. You need to know that. Then the next is executive pivot. Shift your value proposition. Shift your value proposition. Next one here is accelerate growth. Build momentum in a new direction. So these four principles, these four guidelines are actually what helps you to pivot properly and adapt into a new market. All right, it helps you to adapt into a new market. All right, moving on. So this is what a career startup toolkit you must have. So I was benevolent enough to just bring out a little of the secrets to just give to us so we can apply some and get a level of result. So this is the career startup toolkit must have tricks and hacks. Tool is LinkedIn. All right, so you need to, if you're a career person, you need to have a LinkedIn account. If you're a career person, if you claim to be a career person, you need to have a LinkedIn account. Very important. So the purpose of having a LinkedIn account is to build visibility and test throughout leadership. All right. The reason why you should know why you're doing something. You should know why you're doing something. The purpose of having a LinkedIn account is to what? Build visibility and test thought leadership. All right, is to build visibility and test what? Thought leadership. And test thought leadership. So you need to have a LinkedIn account. Very imminent. Right? Write one post per week about your journey. Remember, I said this in one of our videos. I said, always try and populate your LinkedIn account with content that has to do with what you are doing. If you're a designer, upload new tricks or new hacks that every designer should have. All right, or give industry recommendations, or give always post new things you learned about that career or about that space. All right, always post what you learned about that space. It does something to you, or it does something to your portfolio as a person. Because most recruiters these days, once they see your what's it called? Once they see your application, they go and make deep research about you. Yes, they go to make research about you. They go to find out who is this person. Who exactly is this person? All right. They go and find out who is this person. Like this person that is saying she's a this, she's a that. Who is she? And one of the ways they can be sure about your professional capability is by going through LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is actually a platform that we have a lot of professionals converging. LinkedIn is a serious platform. You cannot come to LinkedIn and do nonsense. Right? Next is what? Notion. Yes, and that tool is Notion. Now, this is mostly for people who are digitally savvy, people who do flyers, who do anything graphics. Yes, anything graphics. If you do anything graphics, or even if you're a developer too, yes, Notion helps you to deploy all your projects and all your learnings. So Notion is actually a platform that helps you to keep track of what your career journey looks like. So whenever your recruiter wants to know more about you, know really if what you're saying in your CV is true, your portfolio is actually a proof that you're not lying. And if your portfolio is in tandem with your CV, well then you just increase your chances by serious percentages. Right? Another one again is Skillshare/Coursera. All right. The purpose for that is rapid skill acquisition. Purpose for that is rapid skill acquisition. Said here, learn only what you need to execute now. Yes. Don't learn because people are saying this because it is trending, because your friend is doing it. That's the mistake most people make. Do not learn because your friend is doing it. Learn because it is what you need to execute, is what you need to apply for now. And that's why in the previous in this previous pivot of on adapt to new markets, I said what? Plan your move. All right, plan your move. You need to know exactly what you are in for. All right, you need to know exactly what am I this course I want to go into now. Why am I doing it? Why exactly am I doing it? You need to know all of these things. You need to know why do you want to pick up this course? Am I picking this course because people are saying it's trending? Am I learning this because people think it is cool? Am I doing this because people think it is, it is fun? Or am I doing it because there's something I actually want to achieve? All right, you need to have a mission. You need to know why you're actually going into that thing. Have a mission. Know why you're doing what you're doing before you start doing it. And it has to be very, very personal. All right. So that's why whenever I drop on the group, who wants to learn this, check well before you say I want to learn this one or that one. You need to know why are you doing it. I've helped you guys enough to prescribe based on your superpowers. I was able to help you to prescribe the right career path you might need to navigate through. You can leverage on that and find a good career, a good course that is highly competitive and that pays well, and go around with it. The next one is Twitter. Right now, this is mostly for people who are in Web3, who want to go to Web3. For the Web3 guys, the core portfolio you need to have if you're going to enter into going to Web3 is Twitter. Yes, Twitter. Twitter or X is the hub of the Web3 guys. All right. I said here, even career people too, even career people. Yes, even career. If you are going to Web3 or UI UX design, Web3 is Twitter is actually a platform that actually helps showcasing your results. All right. So look into that. Build in public and attract opportunities. Now that's the purpose of actually having a Twitter account. Share learnings, network in your niche. If you go to my Facebook, go to my Twitter, go to my LinkedIn, go to my Instagram, you will only see things about me, about my career. You will hardly see me post GRWM, get ready with me. I'm not saying that's wrong, but if that is what you always post frequently on your social media platform, then you're not really ready. You're not serious. You're not really ready to pick up a good professional career. Your social media platform should scream your career. Even if you want to do get ready with me, at least let us know that you're a career person. Go to all the career people that you know in this world. Go to all the career people that you know in Nigeria. If you check the social media platform, you will just, from checking their feed, what they've posted before, you just know this person is actually a career-minded person. My Facebook feed, you will never see anything that is not career-minded, right? Same on my LinkedIn, same on my Twitter, same on my Instagram. All right, let your social media show that you are not just someone who loves cruise, somebody who is seriously in the game. So you're somebody who is seriously in the business. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. This is actually what many recruiters do, especially companies that are highly remote. You see companies that are highly remote, they are very good with doing background checks. They are very good with background checks, and background checks involves your social media platform, because they believe that your social media platform is an expression of what or who you really are. You post what you think, you post what you want, you post what you believe. If all you post on your social media platform, on all of your social media platform, is just NSSPD, I'm not saying posting NSSPD is wrong, but if the majority of the content you post on social media platform is just NSSPD or church things, there's nothing talking about your career, how do you expect somebody who is a recruiter and has not seen you before to believe you're actually ready for this job? Are you seeing it now? If you want to post religious content, have a particular social media platform for that alone. If you want to post religious content, have a particular social media platform for that alone. Then have a social media platform that is screaming your career. Strike the balance. Next one here is Canva and Figma. Build your brand visually. The purpose of having a Canva or Figma account is actually to build your brand visually. And also, you need to create quick, impressive visuals and resumes. Yes, create quick, emphasis on creating quick, impressive. Now, this is for the graphics guys. People who want to get into graphics. Create quick, impressive visuals and resumes. All right. So before I move on to the next, does anybody have any question? Before I move on to the next thing, any question? Any question before I move on to the next slide? All right. Metrics that matter. I love this one. Metrics that matter. Metrics that matter. Your KPIs. The meaning of KPIs is what? Who knows the meaning of KPIs? Let me see who is with me in this group. Who knows the meaning of KPIs?
So I can only give an idea.
Okay, yeah, go on.
I think it means the breakdown of your activities, of the things you've done so far.
No, I said the full meaning, not the meaning. It's an
Key
acronym, right?
performance indicator.
Thank you for using Google or ChatGPT.
I did not use any Google.
Okay. All right.
I did not use any
That's
Google. I've done work now. I've worked in different places. I have actually used KPI. They've used KPI to track my activities.
Sorry, Joyce. Sorry. We're not. Sorry, not fine. Sorry. You're actually correct.
Number 2 bonus.
The function of KPI. Okay, now the function of KPI is key progress indicator or key performance indicators. So this is actually a metric that helps you to judge your progress so far. KPI is actually what helps you to know how far you've come, how far you've gone, what your achievements are, what you need to work on, what are your expectations. So the first one here is skills ROI. So this is how you now this is actually a formula I'm giving you now. This is actually a formula. So if you're smart, you see this slide, you take this slide seriously. This 1, 2, 3, 4. This punchline is actually formulas. So in your KPIs, look at your create a session for what we call skills ROI. ROI means return on investment. How fast can I go from learning to doing? Right. So for that new course you've applied for now, for that new course you are taking now, that new course link that was sent to you in your email, all right, by Launchpad X, find out how fast can I go from learning from round 1 to actually doing. Track the time it will take to apply these new skills in real world situation. You can track the time. You can say, okay, after 1 month of learning, the next month I'm going to start applying for volunteer positions. All right. Next one is experiment rates. How many tests did I run in this month? Experiment rates. How many tests did I run this month? Count the number of career experiments, projects, or new approaches you've tried. right? The next one here is what? Career connection count. How many meaningful connections, how many meaningful conversations did I start? Measure the quality of your networking efforts. And the last one is opportunity funnels. How many jobs came from my visibility? Are you saying? How many jobs came from my visibility? Right? Track how your efforts convert into actual opportunities. Yes. Track how your efforts convert into actual opportunities. All right. So you need to start measuring your progress like a startup, like a company. Start measuring your progress like a company. Start it. Start it. Tell yourself, be your biggest project. Yes. Be your biggest brand. Be your biggest project. Yes. Be your biggest brand. I'll say this again. Be your biggest brand and be your biggest project. That is one of the easiest way for you to grow in the tech space. Be your biggest brand and take yourself as a brand. Take yourself as a project. The best investment you can ever make is yourself. You will never lose on that. The best investment you can ever make is personal investment. You will never lose on that. The next slide here, I said you are the founder of you incorporation. So the name of your company should be yes. The name of your company now should be Me Incorporation. Somebody, everybody, please unmute your mic and say. Everybody, unmute your mic and say. The name of my company is Me Incorporation. I want everybody to say it. The name of
The name of me incorporation.
So ensure that you are your company. Ensure that you are your brand. Ensure that you are your business. All right. The first thing here is test. Right. Run career experiments. Yes. Run career experiments. Run career experiments. Secondly is learn. Gather insights from results. Yes. Gather insights from results. Gather insights from results. Then lastly, evolve. Everything, the summary of everything I'm saying here is in this stage. Test, learn, and evolve. I said here, very important. This I want to know, very important. The old rules say, pick one career, stick to it, climb the ladder. The new rules say, test, learn, evolve. Are you seeing? Now, this the old rules say and the new rules says actually explains what I said. That question I asked everybody, agility beats tradition in the beginning. Remember I asked you guys what you guys understand by agility beats tradition. This is what it means. This is what it means. The old rules say pick one career, stick to it, climb the ladder. But then the new rule now that's actually asking you to be agile says test, learn, evolve. Test, learn, evolve. I said, yeah, design your own ladder or skip it entirely. Whether you're just starting or resetting your path, whether you're just starting or resetting your path, the startup approach gives you freedom, yes, creativity, and growth. This is your runway. Are you seeing? So your best bet into anything or everything you're doing is evolving. You need to learn how to evolve. You need to learn how to evolve. You need to learn how to evolve. All right. So I believe that with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to convince you, not to confuse you, that you are your biggest brand. You are your biggest brand. So if you're just joining us now, I'm sharing the slide on the chat session. So check the chat session to see the slide. So if you joined us late, you can always make reference to the slide so that you can learn from what you missed, right? So and also the video recordings will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, favor please drop all our links on the group. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can always rewatch the video from the beginning. If you joined in late, you can always rewatch the videos from the beginning on our YouTube channel. And also, please follow all our social media handles, AlphaTex, on all our social media handles, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Follow us if you want to get strong updates. And yes, we are going to give out or give away to the first 10 people who joined today's session. So we're giving out. We have a tradition of giving out gifts to people who join the webinar first 10 every Saturday. So if you join, if you're the first 10 to join, congratulations. Right? All right. So this is where I will have to draw the curtain to the close. So guys, for everything that is being dropped on the group, every link dropped on the group, act on it. Every opportunity, every job opportunity, job link that I drop on the group, please act on it. Act on it. The beauty behind learning is actually acting on it. The beauty behind learning is actually acting on it. When you act on it, you get results. And the beauty of everything you are doing, what will make it worthwhile is when you get results. When you get results. All right. So I think I've been able to convince you guys and not to confuse you guys today. And I'm sure we learned one or two things. I'm sure we learned one or two things. All right. So before I end, does anybody have any question before we end the call?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Favor.
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure, of course.
I tested you regarding LinkedIn. So for the the package you paid for is LinkedIn optimization. Is it part of it? Like when I mean no, not LinkedIn optimization, LinkedIn revamp. Like someone like me now, I need a little touch on my LinkedIn account. You get like a
Okay,
professional.
Okay, we
What
can
did you
only
say?
guide you. We can only guide you for that. We can only guide you, but it's not a full revamp. We can only guide you, tell you what you need to do. All right, give you keywords to
Okay.
use in your LinkedIn to attract recruiters. But having access to your account to revamp it for you, for personal information, we don't want to do that. For personal,
All
to
right.
having access to your privacy information, we don't want to do that. But we can guide you into like telling you what you need to do, checking your LinkedIn account. We tell you, okay, don't use this keyword, it's too long, it's not realistic. Use this keyword, it's realistic. Or no, don't put achievement there. Your recruiters don't need to see this. Or oh, use this in place of. So we're not going to guide you. So
Okay, okay.
what we're
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm in your DM. I've tested it, so yeah, you can take it up
Oh,
from there.
all right, sure.
Okay,
All
sir.
right, any more
Likewise,
questions?
me.
All right, just post on the inner circle group,
Okay.
not my DM. Post on the inner circle group.
And again, sorry, I want to ask that inner circle group, is it the WhatsApp group you're in, or is there another group?
No. It's for the people that paid for inner circle package. It's exclusive. It's an exclusive group for people who have paid for the inner circle package.
I'm a bit lost now. I don't even know the package I paid for.
So if you pay for the package,
The package.
you
Oh,
you
okay,
can.
okay, yeah, yeah. I just going to check it now. I paid for the package.
Yes, right. So you cannot drop the LinkedIn issue there. Then it should be sorted out.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. Do have a lovely day and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.